Well, hello there to our first cohort of the Digital Educator Certification Program. We are super enthused to have you along for this wonderful journey that we're taking together. This 8-week time frame gives us, we think, the time we need, and really it's 9 because you have a week off for the spring recess. But we think it gives us the time we really need to dive into the concepts that will help make you all successful in your digital teaching endeavors. This program is a little more involved than our previous versions, and rightly so, because we are trying to speak to teaching in a digital environment across multiple modalities, right? That hybrid, the online live or online synchronous, and then online, which is the asynchronous one that most of us are used to teaching in. We hope that you will find your time in the program to be great. And as part of that, each week, we're going to be coming to you on a Wednesday with our Wednesday What's Up, our What's Up Wednesday, right? And this by itself is a practice that we would encourage you to do, and that is to have regular communication with your students where you kind of lay out for them where they've been, what they're working on right now, and even what might be ahead to kind of make sure that everybody's in that same playing field. At the same time, you're giving yourself a little presence in their lives, right? In this case, I'm using a video to come in and do a hello. I'm using a software called Open Broadcaster Studio. You don't have to use that software. It's a free software that you can use for streaming or recording. You can use the built-in video tool right in your announcement. You could use a YouTube video. You could use anything you'd like. But you don't have to use video. You could just use audio, or you could use a text. But I say all that to say that the important part here is the connection. The important part here is that regular communication so that your students aren't all siloed away in their little boxes in different parts of the state, or in some cases the country and the world. So what I would say, and also even in the same city if they're in Huntsville or Beaumont or Alpine or any environs everywhere, right? For this particular Wednesday What's Up or What's Up Wednesday, I haven't decided which one I like better, by the way. Either way, it sounds kind of fun. I'm coming to you to talk to you about where we are, right? So today is kind of our deadline for our first set of activities. And you'll notice if you were to look through the syllabus in the course. So I'm going to open up our start here. And you will see that you've got our welcome and introduction, our syllabus, all these things. Now, our navigation video showed this to you, but in case you don't remember, these modules are laid out in such a way where you could just go straight through them, right? So I can start with welcome and introduction, where you get my welcome video, as well as some text, and some other things in here, and our course map, and we talk a little bit about our modalities, right? And then we go straight to our syllabus. And our syllabus, again, is really good because it kind of breaks down the entire course. It breaks down what we're doing in the course, the kinds of things that you can do in the course, like earning achievements, which are kind of fun as you make your way through the course. And that's just us another way to maybe gamify a little of it and also show you what achievements might look like on your end. So as I look at my course, I can scroll down here at the course schedule and note that you've got the pre-assessment and the navigation syllabus quiz is due today. So we want you to have those done by today. And then by the 15th, which is coming up, we will have the introductory discussion due date. You will note that we have 2 sets of due dates, or sometimes 3 sets of due dates, 3 different due dates each week. And we do that to kind of help you stay in a rhythm, right? To help push you through. Now, this is an example of how you could do due dates in your own courses. And it's also a way to keep us all kind of in that same playing field. Now, having said all that, we're not going to take away your birthday if things go awry and you can't quite get to a due date, or you've had a medical issue, or whatever. We want you to complete the certification program. So whatever that means to you, we would like you to have it done, obviously, within the 8 weeks. But at the very least, we'd like you to have it done by the end of the semester. So that being said, use these due dates as a guide to help prompt you through and get you. We're not going to be, failing you for not hitting a due date. So don't stress about it, but use them as a guide and a prompt or an encourager, if you will, in that regard. So you can see them here, right? And we even talk about the achievement badges in our wonderful course. So one of the things that we will also do in this What's Up Wednesday is to talk to you about like a feature in Ultra, right? Something that could be new, it could be old, or just something valuable. And so what I want to talk a little bit about right now is progress tracking. And this is an important tool for you, the instructor, as well as for your students. Ultra allows your students to see where they've been in your courses. So for instance, I'm in a student preview of the course right now. And I will hit this X to get out of this particular thing. And you will see were I to look just here that I have the welcome and introduction, and I've got the syllabus that I've looked at. I can mark those off for myself simply by going and clicking the extra check and say, you know what, Jacob, you've looked at those things. You know that you've looked at those things. It even shows how I'm keeping track of it up here, that I've completed 2 out of 10. Were I to now click on the course layout and navigation document, which Faith has a wonderful video that I think everybody should watch here to this particular section. Make sure to do that. Make sure to watch this video. But you'll note now that on my little tracker, I've got 2 of 10 completed and 1 that I've looked at, right? That I've started. I, as the student in this case, would need to make sure to come in and check that. Now, if I had forced completion on, if I forced you to go through these one at a time, I would tell you that it would automatically check for you. But we wanted to give you a little freedom in this particular section. So that being said, note that happens. Now, you'll see that there are folders. There are things that are in here. So in each one of our modules, we are here. But I digress. You'll see that these are the things that I've looked at. Now, me as the instructor, I can now go up to my analytics and see how much time you took in a certain spot and when you completed it and if you've looked at it, because this progress tracking is enabled. And I love that. I love the idea that I can do that. So anyway, I can find it under I can actually even look at it in my students view of my gradebook and click on individual student, and I'll have a progress tab that I can click on, which I think is awesome. So that being said, realize that this week, and I'm going to go back into where we were. We've got our video, and we talk a little bit about our badges. Then you get to the syllabus quiz, right? This is a quiz that is going to ask you, okay, hey, you know what? Have you done the thing, right? Have you looked at it? So I'm going to go to my start attempt, and it's going to come through here and ask a question. And we even tell you here, including a syllabus quiz as a gateway to the rest of your course, maybe making sure that your students do this thing before they can see anything else might be important. But in this case, they've got questions in here. Who should students contact for technical issues during their Digital Educator Certification course? Well, they should actually call our technical support desk. And then, what is one of the weekly assignments in the course? Well, we've got lesson reflections, group presentation, final project, midterm exam. Well, I'm thinking it's the lesson reflections, right? Next is students must complete all assignments by the last class day to stay in the course without any extension. That's a false. We will be giving out extensions like they're candy. We'll get more of that later. And then, where can you find the welcome and introduction information in this course? It's the Start Here module. All these things are questions that you can actually answer here and make your way through. Now, once I do that, I can submit, and I'm going to submit them and close. And I can't get any further because I can actually. Good. So I can go to the next thing, right? It's that pre-assessment where we ask you to kind of measure your feelings about the course, how you feel about teaching in a hybrid environment, how you feel about teaching in a online live or an online environment and teaching with these tools. And we want you to do this. And then later on, we're going to have you do a post-assessment. We've updated this particular pre-assessment to make it more meaningful for you. So make sure to take that, and then you will finally get to, yay, your wonderful introductory discussions. Now, I have to say, we have seen lots of great introductions. People sharing their experience, their hobbies, and even pictures, which I think is great too. Feel free to continue doing that. You'll note that we're leaving you feedback. Some of us are replying in the board. Some of us are leaving feedback in your grading. And that's another thing I wanted to talk a little bit about with you before we let you go for the day. And that is, we want you to, as it relates to the activities that you put in, interact with your feedback. We want to make sure that we give you every edge we can when it comes to supporting you in your teaching journey in this digital environment, right? So we might offer some ideas or insights or pointers that we've seen work well when we look at your self-assessments and your feedback that these assignments that you're creating and you're pushing in. So anyway, we hope that you're doing well. I hope that this is going to be an exciting journey for you, and that you come out of this feeling equipped, ready to go, and ready to really engage with your online learners. My name is Jacob Spradlin, and I am the Executive Director for Online Instructional Development Support, and I am so looking forward to working with you as you make your way through this program. So that's your Wednesday What's Up for the week. Each week you're going to get one. Along with you, each week you'll get a message from Patrick, our Director of Course Development, who will actually kind of key in on the subject matter we're talking about in each unit and then tell you, hey, we've got people that can help you in your own courses with this specific thing. And we think there's lots of value in that. Later on in the course, you'll actually be able to connect to our multimedia team. They'll reach out once, and then our support desk. So anyway, thank you again so much. We look forward to seeing you online, and have a great rest of your day.